Good evening and welcome back. It is 5 minutes to 8. I just got home. This has been on the porch since 1:30, so this is what I got in trade. We don't know what's in this box yet, but I sent a 2017 Gold Top out for trade like I did the 1957 Custom. And in return, I was supposed to get a Gibson Classic, which is basically like a traditional or a standard with the binding and whatnot, and the pearl inlay and the headstock. So, guy had some spinal injuries, and he needed something. So he reached out and asked if I wanted to trade, and I said sure, I'd trade. And, because his guitar was worth a little more than mine, I paid the shipping both ways. For some reason, it cost me $83 to ship his guitar to me, and $53 for me to ship mine to him. Go figure. I don't understand the $30 difference other than my package was 6 pounds lighter than his. I just can't see 6 pounds costing $30 extra in shipping. Masterbuilt J200 aged vintage sunburst gloss. No wonder the box is so big. So, what do you think it is? It's not an Epiphone J200. Well, so far it looks like I talked to the guy for quite a while. He sounded like a stand-up guy. I didn't think I was going to have any problems whatsoever. That's why I did it. I guess I'll just put this back together later. But I still haven't opened the case, but he said this was the kind of case we were talking about. I hate these handles. These handles are just absolutely the worst. I don't know why Gibson ever did that. He's a smoker. You can smell the cigarette. I should have asked him that because I'm not a smoker and I can instantly smell that. Here we go. Everything he said it was. I knew I could trust him. You can tell sometimes when you're talking to people if they're trustworthy or not. Just like when now this guy's from North Carolina, and the last one came from South Carolina, my 76. So I got two guitars now from the Carolinas, from North and South. So this is a 1960 reissue, Les Paul Classic. I can't remember what year he said it was. I think of 2005. But as you can see here, it has the 1960 reissue serial numbers stamped in it. Looks like at some point it had Clusons on it, and they were switched out for Grovers. It's just got light to I'd say light to moderate play wear for a guitar this age. Nice honey burst top. I see there's a lot of little bird's eyes and stuff in it. The poker chip was taken off of it, and so is the pick guard. But nonetheless, 2017 Gibson Les Paul Tribute Gold Top. In immaculate condition for a 2005 1960 reissue that had the tuners changed, missing pick guard and poker chip. I still think it's well worth it. So I think that was a really good trade. He's going to enjoy his quite a bit. I love the gold tops, so I've had several of those tribute gold tops, the 2017s in specific, because they got the lighter back on them. They're not the dark backs like the 1950s, and that's probably another reason that they're so popular, because the 2017 had the 60s slim taper on it like this, and the dark back 50s ones had the thicker neck on it, and I actually like those necks. But yeah, so there it is. 2005 1960 reissue Gibson Les Paul Classic that we traded for a 2017 Gibson Les Paul Tribute Gold Top. And this would be my first natural top. I had quite a few guitars over the years that had transparent colors on them like this, but that's the closest to natural that I got. And the GK55, it has a little bit of natural there, but again, that's my first top that's as close to natural as you get anyhow. I don't know if you would call that a honey burst or what, but yeah, it looks really good. It's got the nylon saddles on the bridge. Not sure what is in it for the pots. Let's take a look at it real quick. So yeah, I'm real pleased. It really does smell like cigarette, but we can take care of that hopefully. My dad smokes too, so all the guitars that I inherit from him are going to smell just like this one. He's got quite a few. We need to get him back on the show. He's got a lot of guitars to show off, so we should get him back over here and show off some guitars. And he's got all these vintage, there's 3 of them there, and a couple over in the corner. He's got those vintage 1960s Les Paul copies and stuff we want to toy around with. So it looks like you just got your standard issue Gibson pots in there. It does have the metal plate like they did in back in well, my 79 has a metal plate like that, but just don't have the screw holes in it for the ashtray. I'm missing the ashtray in my 76. My 76 has, oh no, that was a different one, never mind. It's got tiny little caps on it though. Yeah, so there it is. Even the ground is like in my 76. So yeah, it's definitely, the internals look like they're absolutely original. I'm not sure what pickups would be in this either, so might as well check them out and see what kind of pickups are in it. The 2017 Tribute Gold Top had the 490R, 490T pickups in it with the chrome covers, and then it had a PCB board with .22 orange drops in it. It did not have push-pulls or boost like the PCB board out of the 2015, but it had a PCB board nonetheless. I was very against those, but I don't know, they serve their purpose. I just really like vintage stuff. I can appreciate the technology, but I just really like vintage stuff. So that was one of the main reasons that I really kind of got turned on to this one, is because it was a 1960 reissue. So I figured it's going to have some vintagey stuff in it, or at least remakes of it. So we're just going to cut these strings off because I'm going to give it a good cleaning. We're going to see what's in it for pickups. Oh, if I can cut this, there we go. I don't think that's a lightweight aluminum. It's got some meat to it. And this does not have any kind of identification on it. This is what I do with every single guitar that I get. As soon as I get it, I take it all apart and clean it, see what's in it, see what's been changed, what's been monkeyed with, if anything needs tending to. If it's beyond my pay grade, I take it down to Lay's and have them do it. So what do we have in neck pocket number 1 here? It just says Gibson USA. And then there is a T stamped in the middle, upside down underneath Gibson USA. And then it says HB inside the neck, or the pickup cavity. I'm going to take these off. So today or tomorrow, he should be getting the 2017. Check the tracking on it, because mine left literally just a few hours after his did. He got his out just before noon, and I got mine on at 3 because UPS closed at 1, and by the time I got it all packed and everything, it was already, I think, 5 or 10 till, but we got it out same day. So, definitely not a long neck tenon, whatever you want to say. You can see the mahogany back and the maple cap, and all it says is HB. I don't think you can see that, but before I scratch this thing all up, better set this back down. Let's look at the other one here. I'm going to check out the truss rod. Cleaning it. I'm going to pull the grovers off. I'm going to see if it actually, I'm pretty sure it had Clusons in it. You can, it looks like there's, they filled the screw holes. That's why I don't change parts, because I cannot stand extra screw holes. It's bad enough when you take and put a Cluson or a Grover where a Cluson goes, because at least you're using one of the 2 holes. But when they put like a Schaller style or something in there where the screw holes go to the center, so now you have 3 screw holes for every single tuner, and 2 of them show on every one. That drives me insane. So does the screw holes for the pick guard. I wish they wouldn't put pick guards on. I wish they stuck them in the case and left it up to the consumer, because I think a cheap piece of plastic takes away from the guitar. It's just my opinion. I mean, it works on some guitars. I mean, it kind of gives it the look, but I don't know. I'd just rather see the rest of the top than to anyhow. So this just says LPCS in that pocket. The routes are really nice in it, and here we have another Gibson USA with an upside down T stamped in it. So I'm not sure what those are. I'll have to look up 2005 1960 reissue and see what the specs are, if I can find them. Sometimes it's really hard finding the specs on a guitar like that, and sometimes it's really super easy. So I gotta go ahead and put these screws back in, and then what I'll probably end up doing is giving this thing at least a quick scrub down. But I'll probably do that on another video after I get these pickups in. That way it's just not a long, drawn out video. It's got nice green in it. The input jack Missing a couple little chunks of plastic around the screws, but figured I'd leave it like that because it's missing the pick guard. The tuners have been changed, I'm almost positive. So we're going to let it just continue to naturally relic the way it is. It's been being played since 2005. It's starting to earn its stripes. All I'm going to do is clean the dust off of it and hopefully some of the cigarette smell. No offense to you smokers. I used to smoke. I quit in June of 2005 and it was probably the best thing I ever did. Because now I can go to the run club at church and run and not fall over holding my chest. Now, for disclosure, I did use chewing tobacco to quit smoking, and my wife hated that disgusting habit for Copenhagen all the way. So yeah, I'm not knocking you for smoking. We all have our vices and habits, I guess, but I actually miss chewing, but I quit that probably 2 years ago now, so I'm doing good on that too. Boy, that was harder than smoking. That was way harder than quitting smoking. That's just an awful thing to try to quit. So yeah, just to reiterate, when I talked to this guy, I had no doubt in my mind that he sounded legit. I mean, there's always that chance you can get ripped off, but I really didn't think I was. Again, nobody thinks they're going to get ripped off, but I was pretty sure. If I would have felt uncomfortable about it, I would not have done it. And the guitar that I sent him was cheaper than the one that I sent the Blues Man. That one I could have definitely got $8,000 for. So truss rod on it is doing good. Looks like the truss rod cover has never been off because of the dirt line around it. I'll go ahead and just take these tuners out. Yeah, it had Clusons on it. You can see the impression in the clear, the shape of the Cluson. And the other screw holes looks like they've been filled with some kind of a epoxy or something, or who knows. We'll pick at it when we get these off. I mean, I don't want to dig it out, but because I'll put these back on there. It's already been done. Like I said, we'll let this naturally age and relic. I really like vintage stuff. A lot of it's way out of my price point. If I get to spend $5-6 on a guitar, I'm doing pretty good. But them real vintage ones, I just don't have a checkbook bank account for some of that stuff. So I like the 70s and 80s and reissue stuff. Let's see, where's I need a 10. Pretty sure that's a 10. Yeah. Well, I said I was going to do the cleaning video on another video, so I guess I'll just end this video. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take the other cavity color off the tuners, and I'm going to scrub the fretboard down and condition it. I'm going to clean the top and the back and the neck really good, and the back of the headstock, the front of the headstock, and then I'm going to put it all together and restring it. So that's it. The 2017 is on its way. The 2005 1960 reissue, it made it here. safe and sound, no neck breaks, no cracks, nothing. The heel's in good shape. It's a beautiful guitar. There's what I was talking about, missing a couple corners. We're not going to worry about that though. It is what it is. Maybe someday if I run across one and I happen to have the time to change it, maybe I will, as long as it's an aged one. So that's it. Our trade worked out. I didn't get ripped off. Hopefully the next time I do this, it's not the time that bites me in the ass. They say the third time's the charm, right? So, or things happen in threes, I don't know, but yeah, it worked out. It worked out good. I'm happy with the trade. I know he's going to be happy. I'm going to have to get a hold of him here soon and see if he got his. If not, he will definitely get it tomorrow. So like I said, I sent mine to him just within a couple hours after he sent this one. So Trade Tuesday number 2 has worked out for me. The first one was the absolute riskiest. If you go back there, you can look at part 1 and part 2 of that on my videos when I sent the number 57 of 100, or number 63 of 157 Gibson Gold Top Customs. 50th anniversary, gold everything, it was laid out. Bluesman still has it, as far as I know. I haven't been keeping up on his Reverb seller page lately, but I'm gonna have to check him out again. I got 2 guys now that I can trust, North Carolina and South Carolina, that I can do trades with confidently and not have to worry about getting ripped off. So thumbs up, thank you, and hope to do business with both of you guys again soon. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We still have to finish that infamous silver burst over there, and I gotta finish the Tolex. Well, I already did the Tolex on the amp, but I gotta put the amp back in it after we put the input jacks in there, and new speakers are gonna be coming here shortly. So stay tuned, more things to come up.